guys, we're back at it again, another Spotlight Sunday. My name's Dennis, this is
Anil.
And we're going to be talking about Newell today. Project Newell.
Project Newell, yep. This was a flip that we bought actually, so we flipped the flip on this one.
Renoed a Reno, right? It was crazy.
Like flip the flip.
Flip the flip, Reno the... Okay,
We can go with
all
that.
right, we'll go.
Reno
Let's agree to disagree.
Okay.
So, yeah, this property was listed in East LA, one of our favorite pockets, for $825.
Yep.
We ended up picking it up for $770, right?
Yeah.
And it feels like a massive house for the area. It was a little over 1,400 square feet, sitting on little smaller lots, and had 4 bedrooms originally, right? But it wasn't what the seller thought it was. The seller did his own renovations, and they thought it was better than what it was, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why it wasn't selling for $825, which was a weird price for that market. It wasn't good enough at $825 for a flipper to flip, and it wasn't going to work for a homeowner because the area they put a lot of Home Depot stuff into it, and there's nothing wrong with Home Depot.
But there was also something weird about the kitchen where you couldn't open, you really couldn't open the stove because it was really so butted up against the countertop at the corner end.
Right.
So it kept hitting like the knobs, and
So it was like you could open the stove like 3/4 of the way. You could open one of the cabinets halfway, and another one was just stuck. So the whole kitchen.
I think one of the bathrooms you could sit down on the toilet and wash your hands at the same time. But I don't know. It sounds good. But anyways, that was a mess. And then the other, I mean, if you're in Europe, sometimes in places that's okay, right? Because the bathrooms are small.
You're really trying to go with this.
Yeah, but anyways, the dope thing about that place is it actually had a 3-car garage, right?
Yeah, that was kind of what we were targeting because we felt like the seller was going to leave some money on the table here. This is an awesome area for rentals. The rents are already high, and it's just kept skyrocketing. So for us, we figured there was money left on the table there.
Absolutely, and the garage was dope because it had a perfect pitch. So when we got that approved as an ADU, it was 600 square feet, we were able to turn that into a really solid 1-bedroom with vaulted ceilings.
Yeah, it was an awesome ADU garage conversion that we did. I remember that house being a single-story home, the SFR itself, but having like 14 different floor changes where like half of them were tripping hazards. This guy couldn't walk around the house without falling and injuring himself. Like, I remember that.
Yeah.
So that was a major overhaul there. We had to completely re-level the entire floor.
I remember that was big. Did have, I bet you he had black toenails because you would have probably always been banging them up against those little things,
Were
right?
you practicing that before when I was talking about the level?
No, I just thought about it right now because I didn't remember the level changes. But the one other thing about that project too, it was on a main street, right? It's one of the main streets to get into the neighborhood, and we weren't sure how it would sell, but I mean, when it was all said and done, it turned out great. I mean, we got the front home completed, right? The ADU was phenomenal, and we were able to get a gauge on how much you could rent for.
Right.
Again, $2,500 solid, and it's for 1 bedroom, $2,500. And the one thing we like to preach when we're marketing for sale is, what does that $2,500 mean to a homeowner, right?
Right.
You know, if you were to rent out that $2,500 home, what kind of impact would it have on your 3% mortgage or whatever the current rates are? It'll pay off roughly $550 to $600K of your mortgage just by renting out that ADU, right? That's a crazy, crazy amount. So the final numbers on it, right, were we bought it for $770. We put in roughly, what did I say, 175? 175 into it, and then we sold it for 1.3 all cash. This is a crazy one though, because when we listed it 1.4. We felt really, really confident about our numbers. It was middle of February, 1.4, right?
2020.
2020, thank you.
Middle of February.
And then 30 days later, NBA shuts down, and the whole freaking city shuts down. Country shuts down.
Yeah,
Earth shuts down.
Yeah.
Maybe the galaxy. I don't know. Whatever happened. But we had to make a decision over the next few months. A lot of people loved the home, but a lot of people also started losing their jobs, couldn't qualify for mortgages. So we weren't sure of the state of where real estate was going to be. So we just know we wanted to liquidate. When we got an all cash offer, we jumped on it, you know. That was I think we took like $100K haircut on price to sell fast.
Yeah, I think
So-
the quick close helped. It was all cash. It was definitely going to go through. So
No contingencies.
yeah,
I mean,
all that worked out.
there was profit there. We just had to make a decision. So, all in all, it was a good project. We turned it into a dope ADU.
Yep.
Made a little bit of money. So,
Flip the flip.
flip the flip.
Reno the Reno.
Reno the Reno.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.